Guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. For my returning viewers, welcome back, and for new viewers, welcome. I'm glad that you found me here on YouTube. Hopefully, if you enjoy the video, you will like and possibly subscribe. That way you will be notified when I upload new videos. Right, so today's video is a monthly reading. It's our general monthly reading for May 2018. For this reading, I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck, right, as the main spread. And then I'll pull two additional oracle cards from the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise, Linn, and the Soulful Woman Guidance card deck. And that one's by Shushann, Movessian, and Gemma Summers. Just a quick reminder, I will also be putting out a full moon reading coming up at the end of April for that full moon. It's a special spread that I do at each full moon, and then I do an additional video, which is a giveaway video, okay? So each full moon I offer a chance to win a one-question free tarot reading from me. All you have to do is watch the video, comment, like it. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and then you'll be entered into a drawing. So be looking out for those. And also, as I always say, these are general readings. Please keep that in mind. So the messages may or may not resonate with you. It's a good idea, besides watching your sun sign video, it's a good idea to watch both your moon and your rising sign. That way you can, you'll have a better overall view of what's coming up for you during that time period. If you would like a more personalized reading, you could the only way to really do that's to get a private reading from me. If you're interested, you could take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find pricing as well as information about the types of videos that I offer, the video readings, or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Okay, so I will stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Hi Libra, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your May 2018 reading. As you can see, I've already laid out the cards here. I did everything off camera to save a little bit of time. Let's get into your reading. You have at the center of your reading 5 of Wands, and it's crossed by Major Arcana number 11, Justice. At the foundation of your reading, you have the Queen of Swords. In the recent past, the 8 of Wands. Crowning your reading, you have Major Arcana number 17, the Star. In the near future, we have the Ace of Swords. You in the reading appear as the 8 of Pentacles. Surrounding you in your environment is the King of Wands. Your hopes and fears. Major Arcana number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. And the outbound energy for the month of May as you head into June. Major Arcana number 6, the Lovers. And the overall energy for the month of May, the card that was at the bottom of the deck, Major Arcana number 1, the Magician. And the oracle cards from the Sacred Traveler deck, you have Voyage of the Heart, Love Flows Through You and To You. It's a very pretty card. And from the Soulful Woman deck, another pretty card, we have card number 21, Soul's Journey. Living from soul opens me to the magic that exists when I surrender to divine manifestation on its own terms and timing, which is interesting because you have the overall energy as the Magician, which is all about manifestation. So interesting that you have a manifestation card here as well. All right, so starting off with the cards at the center of your reading, you have the Five of Wands, and I was just taking a look here. So we have, out of the entire reading, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. So half of your reading is made up of major arcana cards. So, powerful messages, significant messages, divine orchestration at play, definitely. Then 3 wands, 1 pentacles, and 2 swords. So, after the major arcana cards, kind of more heavily weighted towards the suit of wands. Okay. So the Five of Wands at the center of the reading, Wands energy deals with day-to-day matters in life. So we usually associate it with the work that we do. It has to do with like matters around the home as well. It's our own drive and ambition and passion for doing those things. And it's also our own sort of creativity. It has to do with creativity, creative projects. So the Five of Wands is a card of conflict, right? You can see that on the card, there are the 3 men facing each other, right? And they have their sticks, they're holding the sticks up. And we also have the 2 lions kind of facing each other. But you notice that they're not actually attacking each other, right? They only have wands, they're not swords. And really what it's all about here is intimidation. It's, trying to gain the upper hand, trying to gain that alpha position, right? So sometimes this card appears when, for example, in the workplace, maybe you have been coming up against some type of conflict in the workplace, and it's, maybe you're going up for a job, and there are other people there, and it's, everybody, it's sort of competition, and everybody trying to, trying to gain the upper hand and come out ahead. Sometimes it has to do with plays. Yes, it can definitely be arguments or, differing opinions here. But it really is more about intimidation, right? And trying to gain that upper hand or the upper position. And that's being crossed by the Justice card. So the Justice card is, this is a significant message. We associate it with, it can be obviously to do with, the justice system. So there could be some type of legal proceedings that you're dealing with this conflict card. Maybe maybe you're taking somebody to court. So if so, then usually this, the card indicates that things are going in your favor, proceedings are being ruled in your favor here with the Justice card. There's also an element of balance with the Justice card, right? She holds the scales of justice, so balance being restored. If this does have to do with, going to court and, coming out ahead in the proceedings, and balance being restored in some way in your life. She also holds the sword of truth, or the sword of justice. So there could be truth coming in, clarity, you receiving clarity. And we have that kind of message of clarity and clarification and news. It's repeated here with, we have the Queen of Swords, who also has this sword of truth and, trying to gain the clarity. The Ace of Swords over here, which is also the same type of message. And then the Eight of Wands in the past position, which is news and receiving news and, exchanging messages quick back and forth. So it could be something to do with or, finding something out, finding or gaining clarity to a situation. Maybe things, if this does have to do with a court case, then, maybe things were uncovered, discovery, things were discovered that you didn't know before. And it also, the Justice card, it's a card of, I already said balance, but it's also a very karmic card. It's a card that, that can be a sort of a fated element to it, this karmic justice. The universe stepping in and righting a situation. If somebody has treated you unfairly in the past, then with the Justice card coming in, this could be, the scales of justice now tipping in your favor and going your way, and, the other person kind of getting what they deserve. It's that type of thing. But again, it's not up to us. There's divine timing at play. And so, with these fated events or these karmic, and this could even be some sort of past life connection, this karmic connection to another person. It could be a past life debt. When you come into this world, you might have had this past life sort of debt to repay to somebody, or vice versa, So it's a very fated card as well. But there's also, this balance in finding out the truth. And there's definitely, I'm definitely focusing more with this card on the scales of justice and then the sword, of truth here. And there's a balance in truth and balance being restored and truth beginning to flow here with this, with the Justice card crossing this Five of Wands. Now, at the foundation, Queen of Swords, this is air energy, so this could definitely be you appearing here as an air sign Libra. It could be another person when we have cards appear in a reading, and we have the Queen of Swords here, and over in the surrounding environment we have the King of Wands. So when we have court cards in a reading, there can be people who are playing a significant role in our lives during this time period. If so, this would usually be an older air sign individual, so either Libra like yourself, or Gemini, or Aquarius, male or female. Even though she appears as a queen, it's not gender specific in these general readings. And suit, of swords is air energy, and it's the suit of our mind, right? It's a suit of the intellect. It's how we think, how we come up with our ideas. It's how we set our intentions, and it's also how we use our ideas, and how we communicate with others, and how we bring those ideas, into the material realm. Everything starts in the suit of the mind. So, and the Queen of Swords is somebody who is very good at using her intellect. She's a very smart individual. She's she's good at communicating with other people, and she's good at sort of resolving conflict. Even though she has her sword drawn here, she much prefers using reason and using her intellect to resolve a situation instead of, turning to, sword and resolving things that way. She much prefers using her intellect, but she's ready for battle when she needs to be. And going back to the Justice card, there could be something where you've had to kind of go to battle, and stand your ground, and no better person than the Queen of Swords to do that, because, she can come across as sort of lacking in compassion, this sort of cold, stone, no heart sort of individual. But that's not, that's really not true. She is a compassionate person. She is very wise. She's very fair. She's very honest. But she uses her intellect. If there's a head or heart decision, especially when dealing with, in the case of the Justice card here, she will always use her head to resolve it. She's smart. She knows how to diffuse a situation. She knows she goes to battle. She knows how to win. So she's a great person to have in your corner, and definitely somebody great for you to be channeling, here, this energy of the Queen of Swords in dealing with whatever this is at the center of your reading. Now, in the past, you have the Eight of Wands. Like I mentioned, it could be, we usually think of it as fast-paced back and forth, fast-paced communication. So emailing, lots of emails back and forth, texting back and forth. Again, if there's some type of matter here, it could be, dealing with your lawyer, dealing with, back and forth, or just finding out information as well. This truth coming out. There could have been something in emails or text messages that you found out about. And then what's on your mind is the Star card. The Star card is a beautiful card. It's, basically the Wish Upon a Star card. It has, it speaks of things going, it shines its light on the situation, things going in your favor. It's also a card of healing. If there has been some type of, situation that maybe it got you down, or this could actually be physically healing from something. The Star card is also that, type of energy where it's a very healing energy. it's also a card of strength and of keeping a positive outlook. It's about thinking positively, especially in sort of sitting opposite here, this Queen of Swords. So with whatever's going on with the Justice card and this Five of Wands, keeping an optimistic outlook, trusting in the fact that things will work out in the end, right? Keeping everything very on the up and up and optimistic, and just trusting in, again, have a lot of divine intervention at play here. So trusting in the universe that things are moving ahead as they're supposed to. And then we have another, truth and clarity card in the future position here. So as you head into the middle to end of the month, the Ace of Swords. Aces are blessings from the universe. Aces are new beginnings. Aces are also yes cards. So if there's a situation that you have been waiting for an answer on, then Ace comes in to say, yes, that's again, it will go in your favor. So you have the Justice card plus this Ace of Swords. So things definitely going in your favor here. It's all about using the intellect, the power of the intellect, achieving victory. Like I said, again, new beginnings, could be even new inspiration or a new point of view, but also clarity, clarity and truth, and really coming in very strongly with your reading. You appear as the Eight of Pentacles. Sometimes this card is referred to as the Apprentice card. It's earth energy, so things here in the material realm, like the work we do, the money we earn, our homes, families, education, knowledge. And the Apprentice card, the Eight of Pentacles, it's all about you just really, working very hard at your craft, doing your best to perfect your skills, to perfect whatever your particular craft is, the job that you do. This sometimes it has to do with going back to school, taking additional courses, doing some, on-the-job training, extra certification, everything that kind of goes along with improving you, right? Adding to your skills so that you can do your job even better. So that you will, obviously you've done well. This Eight of Pentacles, you've accrued quite a lot. There's a lot of knowledge here. There's a lot of success, and you just need to kind of keep doing what you're doing, make it to the 9, to make it to the 10, to have that, ultimate financial stability. And, it's all about paying attention to detail, really gaining that expertise that's going to benefit you and allow you to reach the 9, the 10, to get where it is that you want to go. In your surrounding environment, again, that you have a person possibly with this King of Wands, so there could be an older fire sign male that's significant in your surroundings, right, during the month of May. If so, this would typically be an older fire sign individual, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, male or female. But the King of Wands is kind of a force to be reckoned with, right? He's charismatic. He's somebody with great vision, great foresight. He's sort of a go-getter, right? A risk taker. He's not afraid to start new things, to try new things. He's sort of a born leader. People tend to gravitate to him because he's very charismatic. He's good at, at kind of getting people to back him, to encouraging people to follow him. It's that type of, and he's also very courageous. He's very passionate, very fiery. He's a very courageous individual. So, if this isn't a person around you, this could just be, an event, situation, or you taking on the energy of this King of Wands, and you just sort of tackling whatever you have going on more towards the end of the month as this King of Wands, as this very creative individual, very bold, very charismatic, very enthusiastic as well. And just, really kind of very fired up and very excited about where things are heading. Now, you have in your hopes and fears Wheel of Fortune, so you're hoping for a major change, right? The Wheel of Fortune, and it's another very karmic card, right? We have the Justice card, which is very karmic, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So, there's very sort of fated destiny, fated energy play with this Wheel of Fortune, and goes along with what I was saying about the Justice card. If somebody has done something to harm you or against you, or and it felt like, oh, things never sort of, things never happened to that person, or they seem to get away with everything. There's a reason and a time and a place for everything. Same kind of message with this Wheel of Fortune. If you have been on a downswing, if maybe you've been down on your luck, things haven't been going in your favor, they've been difficult, or it seemed as though you're fighting kind of an uphill battle, then the Wheel of Fortune comes in and says, now you're on the upswing. Okay, now it's time for a change. Definite lots of opportunities coming in, spiritual growth, enlightenment, even a change of perspective, seeing things from a different perspective, life altering, life changing opportunities coming in for you here, more towards the end of the month. And then you have it's just all a powerhouse kind of end to the month here, because you end with the Lovers, which is another major arcana card. And it speaks of, I can speak of a major decision, a major life decision. So head or heart decision, really weighing up the two. But obviously with the Lovers card, it can speak of, that deep soulmate connection to another person. If you are already with somebody, this could be taking the relationship to the next level, could be marriage, getting engaged, getting married, moving in together. If this is just, a partnership within the workplace, or, if this is a friendship, and it's a very deep connection with that other person, you work very well together. The two of you are better, and stronger together, handling whatever you're trying to tackle. But it's, again, it's sort of this soul connection, this soulmate connection, which when we think about, I kept saying about the past life with, the karmic justice and the Wheel of Fortune, the soul connection is also, it can be sort of this past life connection to another individual, where, when you're soulmates with another person, they can appear as a friend, they can appear as a lover, they come into our lives for us to teach them a lesson, or for us to learn a lesson from them. So it's a very, a very powerful and again, divinely orchestrated energy here with, all of the major arcanas here that you have. And then presiding over the entire reading, you have the Magician. And the Magician is a powerhouse card as well. He is all about manifesting, making things happen. He has all of the tools within his grasp to do that. And he also knows how to partner with the universe, how to harness, the energy of the universe, in order to work with that, and to, put it together with his own capabilities and talents and abilities to really, manifest, to bring things out of the realm of the mind and the intellect into, something tangible here in the present, here in the material realm. So he's all about kind of grasping opportunities, not passing up an opportunity, taking action, but doing so very decisively, doing so very, deliberately, and manifesting, which we had kind of echoed here. Let me read you the meaning for the Soulful Woman card first. I like to read the full meaning from the guidebook, because it said about manifestation here. So this is card number 21, and this card says, as a soul, I am connected to an abundant and infinite universe, one that is constantly giving birth to itself. Likewise, my body's cycles are connected to the cycles of the earth, the moon, and the cosmos. It's a perpetual dance of birth, death, and renewal. On my soul's journey, I am drawn to make meaning of my experiences as they unfold. Experiences are joyful, as well as those that are more difficult. Call to me. They ask me to become more fully awake, to fulfill my purpose, to live from my essence, from soul. Living from soul opens me to the magic and abundance of the universe, to which I am intimately connected. The depth and luminescence of my soul is tempered by virtues of humility, patience, compassion, and endurance. As I surrender to divine manifestation on its own terms and timing, I find that even the impossible begins to feel possible. which is very interesting because we had, the divine timing with the world card, not the world card, sorry, with the Wheel of Fortune. And then we had manifestation and definite divine timing at play, right, with all of the major arcana cards that you have in your reading. Now from the Sacred Traveler deck, we have Voyage of the Heart. Let me find it here. Here we go. It says, you are beloved. You are deeply loved and profoundly lovable. You are a sacred vessel for love to flow through you. The Creator is love, and in your essence, so are you. In matters of romantic love, all is healing, or is already healed on the inner plane. That's interesting because you have the Star card, right, which I talked about how it also has this meaning of healing. That's interesting. Trust the messages from your heart and follow them, even if they are at odds with your mind. We have the heart, right? The head or heart decision that I was talking about right there. Angels and guides are communicating with you. Listen to their soft whispers. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, joyous love flows through you and to you. You deserve love. There is nothing you need to do to receive this vibrant energy. Tenderness and devotion are finding their way to you. The traveler walks with a light heart on the path, knowing that she is surrounded with love. It's truly a day for rejoicing. Your capacity for receiving and giving love is expanding. Let your heart lead you forward. Your mission on earth is to deepen your ability to impart and accept love, and that is happening right now. Well, beautiful. I think that you have a really beautiful reading for the month, Libra, and I do hope that the messages have helped in some way. I thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to reading for you again next month. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of May. Bye for now.